Have you ever stopped to think that in some dark, locked vault, there might be an invention capable of completely changing your life? What if I told you that the secret patent the government doesn't want you to see could have revolutionized the world forever, but someone ensured it never happened? Yes, I'm talking about a real technology, documented, archived, and deliberately forgotten. How many times have you felt that something was being hidden from you? That strange feeling that not everything we're told is true. Today, we're going to delve into the shadows of a discovery that was buried before it even saw the light of day. Get ready, because what you're about to discover could forever change the way you see the world around you. The truth, my friend, is closer than you think, and it's frightening. And you know what? If this kind of topic resonates with you, if you also feel that something bigger is being hidden, leave a comment below about what has touched you the most so far. Your opinion matters, and it's through it that this community grows. Don't forget to leave a like, because that's what shows the algorithm that this content needs to reach more people. And if you want to continue discovering truths that they try to hide from us, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Your participation here is the fuel that keeps this investigation alive. Now, let's unearth this story together. Our story begins in a dark and fascinating period of modern history, the years following World War II. We are talking about a time when the world was still bleeding from the wounds of the most devastating conflict humanity has ever known. It was 1947, and while nations tried to rebuild, a silent and desperate race was taking place behind the scenes. The race for revolutionary technologies that could guarantee absolute supremacy. Can you imagine what it was like to live back then? The palpable fear of a new war, the paranoia of the Cold War beginning to take hold, and governments willing to do anything to gain an advantage over their enemies? It was in this scenario of tension and secrecy that a brilliant scientist, whose name has been deliberately erased from public records, developed something extraordinary. Let's just call him Dr. K, because to this day his true identity remains shrouded in mystery. Dr. K worked in a secret laboratory funded by a government agency that officially didn't even exist. He wasn't just another researcher. He was a genius of theoretical physics who had been recruited directly from a European university destroyed by the war. His credentials were impeccable, his mind too brilliant to be ignored. But there was something more. He possessed access to documents confiscated from German scientists after the fall of the Reich. Documents containing theories that challenged everything we knew about energy and matter. During 3 years of intense and isolated work, Dr. K developed what the few leaked documents call the Unified Quantum Resonance Device. Have you ever heard of it? Probably not, and there's a reason for that. The patent was registered in May 1950, but with a special classification. National Security, Indefinite Restricted Access. This means it was locked in a vault, and no one, absolutely no one, could consult it without authorization from the highest levels of government. But what made this invention so special? What was it about it that needed to be hidden so carefully? The fragments of information that managed to escape over the decades paint a disturbing picture. The device was supposedly capable of manipulating electromagnetic fields in a way never seen before, creating what Dr. K called harmonic frequency bubbles. In simpler terms, he had discovered a way to generate clean, abundant, and virtually infinite energy, extracting it directly from what physicists call the quantum vacuum. Think about it for a moment. Have you ever wondered why we still rely on oil, coal, and fossil fuels when we should already have much more advanced solutions? The answer may be hidden in this forgotten patent. Dr. K wasn't just dabbling in theory. He built working prototypes. Witnesses who worked on the project reported seeing demonstrations where tiny devices, no bigger than a suitcase, powered entire laboratories for weeks without any external power source. How was this possible? Did it really work? Or was it just another scientific promise that never materialized? And if it did work, why did it never reach us? These questions will begin to make more and more sense as we delve deeper into this somber investigation. Now let's talk about something that will make you question everything you know about the modern world. What exactly did this invention promise? And more importantly, what would it destroy in the process of changing everything? Imagine a world where you never had to pay an electricity bill again, where your car didn't need gasoline, where entire industries could operate without depending on fossil fuels, without generating pollution, without destroying the planet. Does it sound utopian? Does it sound like science fiction? Well, that's exactly what Dr. K's Unified Quantum Resonance Device promised to deliver to humanity. Can you grasp the impact of that? Can you understand why something like that would be a threat? Let's start with the obvious. Energy. Our entire modern civilization is built upon the control of energy. Whoever controls oil controls nations. Whoever controls electricity controls cities. Whoever controls uranium controls nuclear power. This secret patent had the potential to demolish this entire system of control at once. If anyone could have access to a portable device capable of generating unlimited energy, what would happen to the giant oil corporations? To the power plants? To the cartels that move trillions of dollars annually? But it doesn't stop there. Dr. K's technology promised something even more revolutionary: the complete democratization of access to energy. Think of the consequences. Remote communities in Africa, Asia, and Latin America, which still live without electricity, could have instant access to the same quality of life as large metropolises. Hospitals in poor regions could operate 24 hours a day. Schools could have computers. Families could have refrigerators, heating, and lighting. Do you realize how this would change the global balance of power? And there's more. If energy became free and abundant, the cost of producing absolutely everything would plummet. Food, drinking water, transportation, construction, technology, everything would become accessible. The economic inequality that fuels wars, hunger, and suffering could be drastically reduced. Is that why it never came to light? Did someone decide that humanity wasn't ready for so much freedom? Compared to what we have today, look at solar panels, wind turbines, electric cars. These are important advances, no doubt. But they still depend on massive infrastructure, billions of dollars in investment, and specific weather conditions. Dr. K's device, according to reports, didn't depend on any of that. It was self-contained, portable, and worked anywhere, anytime. It was true energy independence. Have you ever stopped to think about why it takes us decades to develop technologies that should be basic? Why the promise of flying cars from the 1950s never materialized? Why do we still burn fuel the way we did over 100 years ago? Perhaps because inventions like these exist, locked away in dark vaults, waiting for the right moment, or waiting to be forgotten forever. And here's the burning question: who would be most harmed by this revolution? The powerful who control the resources, or the ordinary people who would finally have freedom? The answer to this question leads us to the next dark chapter of this story: the disappearance. Why was this technology abandoned, or was it deliberately buried? Are you ready to discover the most disturbing truth? And then, overnight, everything simply disappeared. The lab was shut down, the prototypes were confiscated, the patent was classified as a threat to national security. And Dr. K, well, his story gets even darker. Are you prepared for what comes next? In June 1951, just 1 year after the patent was registered, the project was officially terminated. The public justification? There was no public justification. It simply ceased to exist in the records. But leaked internal documents decades later tell a very different story. A story of pressure, threats, and interests that went far beyond science. Have you ever wondered how many times the truth has been suppressed in the name of the greater good? Let's start with the economic interests. In 1950, the oil industry was at the height of its power. Companies like Standard Oil, Shell, and other giants weren't just businesses. They were empires that financed political campaigns, had representatives at every level of government, and literally shaped the foreign policy of entire nations. Now imagine the terror that gripped the boardrooms of these corporations when rumors about Dr. K's device began circulating behind the scenes. A technology that would make oil obsolete overnight? This wasn't just a threat to profits. It was a death sentence for entire industries. Documents obtained through the Freedom of Information Act in the 1990s reveal something disturbing. There were secret meetings between energy industry executives and high-ranking government officials. What was discussed at these meetings? Officially, nothing. But 3 weeks after the last of these meetings, the Dr. K project was cancelled. Coincidence? Do you really believe in coincidences when billions of dollars are at stake? But there was another factor, perhaps even more sinister: geopolitical control. The Cold War was intensifying. The United States and the Soviet Union were vying for every inch of influence on the planet. Energy dependence. Countries that needed oil, coal, or nuclear technology were countries that could be controlled, manipulated, kept in line through agreements, embargoes, and threats. Now imagine what would happen if this technology fell into the wrong hands. Or worse, if it were democratized, available to any nation, any group, any person. How would you control the world if you could no longer use energy as a bargaining chip? There are unconfirmed reports that Dr. K himself was summoned to a meeting with members of the National Security Council. What was said at that meeting, nobody knows for sure. But witnesses claim that he left that meeting pale, frightened, and completely changed. In the following weeks, he reportedly told a close colleague, "They don't want to change the world. They want to maintain control over it. And they will do anything to achieve that." Chilling, isn't it? And then came the final blow. The national security classification. Under the justification that the technology could be used for hostile military purposes or posed immeasurable risks to global stability, the patent was locked, all documents confiscated, all prototypes destroyed. Or were they? Some believe that the devices still exist, kept in secret military facilities, being studied away from the public eye. Do you think this is possible? Or is it paranoia? Dr. K was reassigned to another classified project, about which nothing more was heard. His family reported that he was never the same again. He stopped talking about his work, became reclusive, and died under mysterious circumstances in 1967. Heart attack, they said. But some who knew his health claim he was strong, healthy, with no history of heart problems. Did he know too much? Did he still pose a threat even after being silenced? And here's what's most frightening. This wasn't the first or the last time this has happened. Throughout history, countless patents have been classified under national security. How many of them could have changed our lives? How many cures, how many technologies, how many solutions were buried because they threatened the status quo? Have you ever stopped to think about that? What else are they hiding from us? And now, we enter the territory where reality blurs with the impossible. Where documented facts meet the shadows of speculation. Where each theory seems more frightening than the last. Are you ready to question everything you believe to be true? Since the first fragments about Dr. K's device leaked in the 1970s, various theories have begun to emerge. Some sound absurd at first glance. Others make you wonder what's really going on behind the scenes of power. Which of these theories makes the most sense to you? The first is the technological suppressor theory. Proponents of this idea believe that there is a secret group formed by the most powerful men on the planet who actively suppress any threatening technology. They don't just bury patents. They buy inventors, fund doomed research, and eliminate those who don't cooperate. Sounds crazy? Then explain why dozens of inventors who claim to have developed free energy died under suspicious circumstances. Explain why promising companies were bought and immediately shut down. Coincidence after coincidence. Some go even further. The ultimate weapon theory suggests that the device wasn't abandoned. It was secretly weaponized. If you manipulate electromagnetic fields like that, what else could you do? Disrupt communications? Disable equipment remotely? Create devastating electromagnetic pulses? Some believe that current directed energy weapons descend from Dr. K's technology. Could what was meant to save humanity have become just another tool of destruction? But it gets stranger. There's the theory of the Philadelphia Connected experiment. Have you heard of the legendary 1943 experiment where the Navy allegedly tried to make a ship invisible? Researchers point to unsettling similarities. Both involved extreme electromagnetic manipulation. Both were immediately classified. Was Dr. K trying to correct past mistakes? Or did he open doors that should have remained closed? And there's more. Declassified documents reveal that agencies investigated Dr. K for alleged communication with unknown entities. There are memos suggesting he claimed to receive inexplicable insights. This led some to speculate that the technology wasn't entirely of human origin. Was he a genius under psychological pressure? Or had he accessed knowledge from something beyond? Do you believe we are alone in the universe? Another fascinating theory is that of controlled release. Some believe that technology is being slowly introduced in a controlled manner. Each advance in renewable energy, each revolutionary battery, would be crumbs released little by little, enough to maintain hope, but never enough to cause a true revolution. The power structures remain intact while pretending to lead us to the future. What if the future is already here, but they deliberately keep us trapped in the past? And there are those who claim to have seen the device working today. Scattered reports of private demonstrations of free energy at events closed to investors and the military, always under strict confidentiality, always with severe threats. Are they real or just fantasies of those who want to believe that something better exists? The scariest thing? Perhaps it's not just one of these theories. Perhaps it's all of them, intertwined in such a complex web of secrets and control that we will never fully unravel it. Perhaps the truth is even stranger than any theory we can imagine. Do you sleep soundly knowing that there are vaults full of secrets that could change everything? And now we come to the burning question. The question that will haunt you long after this video ends. What if? What if Dr. K's device had been released? What if that secret patent the government doesn't want you to see had fallen into your hands? What would the world be like today? Close your eyes for a moment and imagine. Imagine waking up in a world without electricity bills, without wars over oil, without entire nations held hostage by energy resources. Imagine extreme poverty disappearing because energy, the basis of everything, would be free and abundant. Imagine clean air, oceans without oil spills, intact forests. Would it be utopia? Or would human nature find other reasons for conflict and control? Or perhaps there was a real reason to hide this technology. Perhaps it was too dangerous. Perhaps in the wrong hands it could cause unimaginable devastation. Or perhaps, and this is the darkest possibility, it still exists, operating in secret, benefiting only a select few while the rest of us remain in the dark. The truth is this: you'll never know for sure. And maybe that's exactly what they want. But now you know there are questions that need to be asked. There are vaults that need to be opened. There are truths that need to see the light. What are you going to do with this information? Are you simply going to forget it and move on? Or are you going to start questioning, investigating, demanding answers? Because in the end, their greatest weapon isn't hiding the truth. It's making you believe it doesn't matter, that you're too small to make a difference. But you are not. And they know it. That's why they hide it. That's why they lie. That's why they bury patents that could liberate humanity. The final question isn't, what if it had been used? The question is, what if it's not too late yet? If you've made it this far, you're not like most people. Most give up halfway through, returning to the comfort of ignorance. But you stayed, you wanted to know, and that says a lot about who you are. Look, if this kind of content resonates with you, if you also feel there's more behind the scenes than what we're told, subscribe to the channel. Because I'm going to keep bringing you these stories, these forgotten truths, these secrets they try to keep from us. And I want you here on this journey with me. And do this. Leave a comment saying, I'm with you until the end. That way I know you really absorbed this, that this message reached you. And as a bonus, leave a like. Because that's how we show the platforms that this type of content matters, that people want truth, not distraction. There's a video over here that will show you another piece of this giant puzzle. Click and continue with me there. The investigation doesn't end here. And remember, knowledge that stays to itself changes nothing, but shared knowledge that can change everything.